Welcome back to the Champ DeMar Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round, hole number 2. This shot here is a Wind 5 Guardian backspin shot. I feel this shot gives you the absolute best chance at getting a drop here on hole number 2. I am going to post a Kingmaker shot that also gives you a good chance, but not quite as good in my opinion as this one here. So I'm going to show you two drops, two different wind angles. There's 4 wind angles to pay attention to here. The adjustment for the shot is P3 plus 10 max Guardian numbers, whichever Guardian you're using, Guardian 8 or 9. But here's the setup, and this is what's important. And you're going to need to practice this one at least once. You don't necessarily have to waste a wind ball, but definitely practice going through the motion, the ball swap, the club swap, getting your pull angles, checking your wind angle tweaks. Get comfortable with all that, and then play it, right? It'll give you a much better chance at dropping this. We're gonna start with a sniper and a P4 ball. At P4 min with a sniper, we're gonna have the right side of the green ring touching the rough. All right. So this is at P4 min. We want that green ring touching the rough line on the right here. So after you get set there with your sniper and your P4 ball, you need to switch to a P0, 1 or 2, side spin 1 plus wind 5 ball. You can play with a P3 wind 5, but there are some wind angles that can possibly have you pull into min club. Not likely in most cases, but we're going to recommend P2 or less. Any P2 or lower wind 5 ball is good for this. Also, the precision balls here can help save you. After you set up at P4 min with your sniper, switch to your wind ball, then switch to your Guardian, then add 7 backspin only. And what I'll tell you about adding the backspin, and this is something that I've noticed to help me get the same amount of side spin every time, because we're not using a 0 side spin ball. You can put clicks left or right without being able to see those clicks. So what I do is I'll always add a touch of left spin. Then I'll pull down past the 7 backspin line. I'll push back up just until I'm touching the 7 backspin line. And then I click it right until I don't see the line anymore. Right? So I end up with 7 backspin only, but I'm just up to the 7 line and just right to the 0 line. Hopefully that makes sense to you. That way, I'm not accidentally adding a click of left curl or a click of right curl. I'm actually trying to set it precisely. So after you switch to your Guardian, add your backspin, 7 backspin only. Then turn and get your wind angle. Like I said, there are 4 wind angles here. So this drop on the left-hand side is the neutral wind angle. The drop on the right-hand side is the heavy crosswind angle. These were both my live shots here. And I have dropped all of the wind angles, and I'll give you all the tweaks here in a second. I just want to catch a picture of this neutral angle here because it's kind of in the middle. And so it's a good one to have. That's why I'm showing this twice on the left-hand side. So what we're looking at for wind angles is pretty simple, but there's just 4 of them, all right? So if you look at this red bush here, the center of it, that's your neutral line. Where the red and green bush meet, that is your crosswind line. Center between this brown bush and this red bush, that is your heavy crosswind line. If you're just inside the right edge of, or the left edge of this red bush, that is going to be your tailwind. And then anything left of the, actually this one is a little bit, probably more like just right of this, left center, just off center, and then here. So neutral, tailwind, heavy tailwind, crosswind, and then heavy crosswind. All right. I know that sounds like a lot, but look, this is a precision shot. If you want the drop, these tweaks will get you there, and they're not very difficult, even though there's several wind angles here. The tweaks aren't very difficult to add in. So turn, adjust, check your wind angle. If you have the hard tailwind angle between 4.9 and 5.6, you need 3 clicks of right curl and 1 click of underpower. That's the hard tailwind angle over here. If you have 5.7 to 6.3 in the hard tailwind, you need 3 clicks of right curl and 2 clicks of underpower. So basically, 3 clicks of right curl, either 1 or 2 clicks of underpower, depending on high or low wind in the hard tailwind angle. The tailwind angle is just 2 clicks of right curl, no matter what wind strength you get. All right. However, if you do get 4.9 to 5.2, you may want to add an additional click of right curl. I didn't get to test the baby winds on that one. The neutral angle here, right? No change. The crosswind angle here, if your wind is 4.9 to 5.6, you add 0.1 to the adjustment and 1 click of overpower. If your wind is 5.7 to 6.3, you'll add 0.1 to the adjustment, but no overpower. That's for the crosswind angle. For the heavy crosswind angle, if your wind is 4.9 to 5.6, you'll add 0.2 to the adjustment and use 2 clicks of overpower. 5.7 to 6.3, add 0.2 to the adjustment and 1 click of overpower. It's kind of a lot to absorb, but it's not really that bad. Practice it a couple times. Have your wind angle tweaks written down, and you have a very good opportunity to get a drop here. So, that being said, I wish you guys the best of luck. It's P3 plus 10 max, Guardian numbers. Start with P4, sniper, green ring touching on the right. Switch balls first. P2 or less, win 5. Switch to your Guardian. Add your spin. Check your wind angle. Adjust. Add your tweak. Hit perfect. And hopefully grab that hole in one. Good luck, everyone. We'll catch you on the next hole.